In this video, I'll be showing you how to declare your personal income tax in Cameroon. So let's get started. First thing first, you need to go to this website, teledeclaration-dgi.cm and the rest. I'll leave a link in the comment section. Now, by default, the site is in French. So if you want to follow along, I advise you use a Chrome browser because that's what I'm using. Why use a Chrome browser? It is because by default, Google Chrome has the auto-translate. So if let's say it's in French and you want to translate, you just right click anywhere in the browser. Do not touch any of the text, like a white space, just right click on it. So once you right click, you have this option to translate to English. Yeah, if you tap on translate to English, it will automatically translate, or this option, you have this option here. So in my own case, I've checked this box. So always translate French to English. So that's how you can translate it to English. So now you need to log in, and to log in, you need to have an NIU number or your unique identifier number. Now, if you don't have this number, no worries. You can just go here where we have I'm not yet registered. Click on it. Now, once you click on it, it takes you to this page. We have this by default. We have this option check. I'm a neutral person. They have the second option. I'm a legal entity. That's for companies and the rest. So if you're a neutral person or an individual, you just check this. Then next, you check this box to accept the agreement. Once you check it, you see you have this option to continue. You tap on it or click on it, continue. Take note that by default, the whole site is in French. So if you don't understand French, you have to translate it by, as I just explained earlier, translating to English. So it will take you to this page. You have to fill this form, fill everything, upload the necessary information or documents or files, fill everything. Take note that all these ones with the asterisk, the red asterisk are required. All the fields with red asterisks are required. So once you're done filling everything, you have to check this box and certify that the information entered is correct. After certifying that, checking the box, then you have to click on send. So next down here, we have this option to create a password. So just input the password and confirm. So which is optional, you must not do that. So once you're done doing that, your unique identifier number will be generated. Next, now you just click your login page to go back to the login page. Now, if let's say your unique identifier number was created, let's say some years ago, and you can't remember it, you can always check or click on this option, find my NIU, click on it. Okay, it will take you to this page. So in this box, you have to put your name. That's the name you use when creating your unique identifier number. If you're an individual, if you're a company, you put the company name. Then you put the date of birth here. After that, you click on search. So if you put everything correctly, your identifier number will appear. So after that, you just go to the login page. Now, if you see this message here, you see the default password for non-professionals is 00. So if that was what you use and you're logging for the first time, you have to input your password will be 00 4 times. Then just click on login. Now, if you're logging for the first time, the system or the website will prompt you to change your default password from 00 to something else. So in my own case, it's not so because I've logged in here several times, so that's why. So if you're doing it for the first time, take note you have to change your password. So after that, changing it, then you have this dashboard. So once you're in your dashboard, you go here. On your left, you have options. So on the first option, click on the first option, declaration of individuals. You click on it. Okay, so it will take you to this page. If you are doing for the first time, the date you have here will be 2025. Now, another thing, you won't have all this information here. I have this because I've done it a few times. That's why I have this. So now, once you're here, the first thing to do will be to click on option. They're on settings, settings here. So once you click on settings, you have this form here. So this form, you see part of it or some of the input field will be filled by default. So you have to fill some of them or the rest of them. I think by starting from this address downward, you have to fill it. Make sure you fill everything correctly. And after that, you click on save. Because if you don't do that, you may not be able to continue. So once you are done doing that, you click on save. Then you can go out of here. I'll just click on cancel. So once you go out of there, you just tap there, excuse me, and select 2024. The date there or the year should be 2024. Now, once after that, you have two options here. Make sure you click on the one on the right. Click on the option on the right. And before I forget, you can still change your language here, French, English. Yeah. So once you click here, it will take you to another page. So in my own case, I'll just click here on any of these. I'll just click here, open. So once you click, it will take you to this page. By default, excuse me, the color of this should be white if you are doing it for the first time. So you just click on this annual declaration of individuals. Take note, it should be, if you don't understand French, make sure you check the option English, or you can just right click and choose the option translate to English. So you click on this option, click on it. So once you click this, how it will be loading this, it will appear like this, the page. Okay, so it opens this form, and here this is where you declare your tax, input all the necessary information regarding your tax, excuse me. Okay, we have this option here. Make sure that this year is corresponds to your age. So if it doesn't, you can just click and then select the right one. So now we have the first form. Now, to fill this accurately, you need to have your payslip with you in order not to make a mistake. Or if you think you have all the details in your head, you can just fill it. Annual basic salary slash pension or annuity. Now, if let's say your salary is 200,000, for example, times 12, you put in the amount here. So then here you have to input the tax you paid for the year. That's the tax times 12. You can get that information from your pay slip. So after doing that, the rest section will be calculated automatically. So for this one, other salary treatment and the rest, not necessarily. If you're just a basic salary earner, or I would say an employee, you just need this side, this field, and this fill them, and the rest section will be calculated automatically. Now, if let's say, take note, be careful when you're filling this. If you make a mistake when filling this, automatically the number will be calculated here. You have the result. If let's say this, yeah, and the number, excuse me, the number you have here should be 0. If it gives you anything other than 0, greater than 0, for example, let's say it gives you 500 or whatever, know that you're owing the government and you have to pay that as tax. So when you're calculating it, that's why it's advisable to use your pay slip so that you don't make a mistake. Yeah. Exceptional income, you don't necessarily need to feel that except if you have an exceptional income. So take note, be careful what you feel so that you don't get taxed for nothing. So now we have this section, this next part, and it's a income from movable capital whatsoever. So if you're just an employee or you want to declare your personal tax from what you earn monthly, I think this first fee is okay. The rest options here may not apply to you. This side here will have born income. It depends. If it applies to you, you fill. If not, you leave it blank. You come here, we have the IRCM to pay. If it applies to you, you fill. If not, you leave it blank. You have your land income and the rest. You say a rents collected. That's if you're a landowner, excuse me, if you are a landlord or landlady, you have to fill this, the number, the buildings, whatsoever, fill all this form. So I have this option here. We have capital gains on the real estate on the sale of real estate by individuals. If it applies to you, you have to select that. Excuse me. So if it applies to you, you select that, fill this, move down. This one too, if it applies, you fill. So I have this one, shares of association and the rest. You feel if it applies to you. So we have this, continuous. benefit of non-commercial provision whatsoever come down. So I have this land property tax. Yeah, you put them, buildings and the rest. Few. Now I have this option, rent paid over the last 4 financial years. Now the way it is done here in most cases in Cameroon, I would say, most often we pay all the rents to our landlords or whatever, our landlady. We don't deduct the VAT, so we pay everything. So I don't see any need for you to come here declare this. If not, you'll be paying extra money for nothing. Because your landlady or landlord should declare the whatsoever, they should be the one paying the tax, because we pay all the money, you pay all your rent and whatsoever with the VAT or tax included. So there's no need filling this part. If for my own case, I don't feel this. Because if you feel this, know that you have to, the number, there will be a figure here and you have to pay the tax. So after this, you have all of this information, you have it here. I've not filled anything, that's why all this thing here is blank. So after doing that, if you have any supporting documents to attach, if you are just a basic salary earner, for example, it is not a must to attach a document, because they have access to all your information. When you were filling the unique identifying number, you had to input certain information, so they have access to that. Yeah. So next, we come here. So you have to select a date or input the date. That's the date when you fill the form, and here we have I certify that information provided that is applicable. You check this box, then check this. Okay, hey, I forgot, almost forgot this part. Do you have a representative? So I advise you say no. Representative, that means possibly this information was filled by somebody else. It's good to choose no rather than yes. So after doing that, we have all this option here, payment methods. Now, if let's say you are owing the government or you are owing tax, so these are the various methods you can use to pay the tax. So I have this other part of it. So once you're done doing that, you click on save and continue. Okay, once you click on save and continue, you have the possibility to download a document which is more like a receipt to show that you've declared your personal income tax. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you.